It is 2 minutes past. I have my colleague Saadiq in the room as well. Saadiq, maybe you just want to switch your camera on so that everyone can see your face.
Yes, of
Um,
course.
yes.
Firstly, I apologize for being a bit late. I had some technical difficulties on my side, which is a bit alarming if we're doing the technical demonstrations, but it was really unexpected. But you're in great hands with Laura. She'll be doing the demonstration. She'll be taking you through Brightspace, and I'll be here. So if there are any questions, please let us know. Put it in the chat. And I know both Laura and myself, we don't mind if you unmute yourself as well and ask questions as we're going. Yeah.
Thanks, Saadiq. And yes, at any given point, if you have a question, I won't be able to see Zoom because I'll be sharing my screen, but Saadiq will be checking Zoom and manning the chat. So if you want to put your hand up or just unmute yourself, feel free to interrupt me if I'm going too fast or you need me to repeat a step. That's also cool. For those who just joined, today's webinar is on insert stuff in Brightspace. I will say upfront that there are 4 different ways that I'm going to teach you this today. They all have a different capabilities, should I say. So each is important depending on what you're going to be using it for. But the nice thing about Brightspace is that it's pretty easy to navigate. So I hope that this presentation is seamless today, and that you will get something useful out of it at the end of the session. The other thing I want to disclaim or ask is that I hope everyone has access to a sandbox. Does anyone not have a sandbox currently that they have opened up, used, just seen how Brightspace interface looks? I see 1 thumbs up from Gail, so not yet. Okay, that's fine if you don't. It's not the end of the world, but I will be showing it from my side. If you don't have one, I'm sure you will have one created for you pretty soon. But like I said, it's not too difficult to navigate. The other thing about Brightspace is because this is a pilot, obviously Brightspace is still evolving, it's still developing. So hopefully what I show you today won't change all that much, but all the functionality is not all that figured out quite yet. But be patient. The learning technologies team is working very hard to get everything up and running, and Saadiq and I will do the best that we can to teach you the tools today. So for the purpose of the session, I'm going to share my screen, but I will be switching my camera off just so that I can focus on my screen and what I'm going to be showing you. So give me a second while I share my screen. Cool. Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, cool. So welcome to Brightspace. For those who have not been on Brightspace before, this is how Brightspace looks. And as you can see, it says it's still being customized, so you should expect changes. But Brightspace currently looks very cool, and we've loved playing around on it so far. So the insert stuff, or the way to get started with insert stuff is you would have to have a course that you would be creating, or you would have a course site set up. I currently have a course site set up, which is my little sandbox. And so I'm just going to go to my sandbox over here. And what I have over here, you can see is called Unit 1. But if I click on Unit 1, this is where you'd come to create a course and create units in your course. So if you click on New Unit over here, you would just fill in a field and create your unit. I've already got something made, but if I just show you how save and close, this is how the units would pop up underneath each other. The important thing to remember with these units is, as you can see over here, it says it's hidden. So this means that if a student is logging onto your course once they have got Brightspace as well, they wouldn't be able to see this unit currently. But if you click that button, it changes to visible, and there it says Unit 2 is now visible to students. So the nice thing about Brightspace is there's a lot of spaces where you can hide stuff and keep it offline until you're ready to have it online for students. But the important thing is to remember that when you are ready to put it online, you need to make it visible. Um, and this applies to not just the units, but if you're going to have sub pages like I've got over here, um, these I could also switch on and off, and that would mean that students wouldn't be able to see it. So not just the unit, the sub units as well. Visibility is very important. So in order to teach you the insert stuff today, I said there are 4 ways I'm going to be doing so. And these 4 ways listed over here are the ways that I'm going to teach you today. So the first one is uploading from my computer. The second one is uploading via video note. The third one is actually recording via video note. And the last one is insert link. So I will go through each step or each tool and show you how to use it. But I also will give you some context into what the tools are. And some of them are as simple as the names. Upload from my computer is exactly uploading a video file that is saved on your computer. There's no easier way to explain it. So if I were on my unit, and the way that I would create this space to upload from my computer would be through the create new icon over here. So if I clicked on create new, I would then go to create HTML document, and this window would pop up. So I would then have to put in a title. It's a requirement. I would say upload from my computer. I would just say 2 because I've already got one created. I then can add a date, a due date if I wanted to. But the biggest thing that I'm going to teach you today is insert stuff. So stuff sounds very broad, but it's just a broad term for inserting multiple ways of inserting different types of media. So the insert stuff tool is this play button, pause icon, recording, stop. This is the insert stuff tool. So I would love you to get familiar with this at some point when you get on Brightspace and start playing around. This is where you would be adding all your video content through this button. If I click insert stuff, you'll see here there are quite a few ways of inserting stuff. We've got my computer, course offering files, video note search, YouTube, Flickr, insert link, enter embedded code. But for this one, I would be going to my computer. And once I click on my computer, it gives me a lovely place to select the file that I want to upload. So once I choose the file, I would then select the file and click open from my computer, and I would click upload. Okay. For the purpose of this, I'm not going to click upload because it takes a bit of time to upload, and that's why I've got some stuff already uploaded. But just to let you know, once you click upload, it will then process, and another pop-up window would open, and that would have fields for you to fill in. So the fields would be just giving a name to the thing that you're trying to insert, and then the biggest thing that I would encourage you to not select in that same window is something that says select start automatically. So select start automatically is basically setting the settings for the video that if a student clicked on that page, the video would play the minute they open that page. Now, as much as that sounds like a great tool to have, if you are going to be having multiple videos on one page, and each video selects or starts automatically, it's going to be complete chaos. So my advice is that you would not select start automatically, um, so that the student would have to physically press play on the video when they want to play the video. The other nice thing about, I'm just going to go back to show you the one that I have already created. So this is my computer that I have, upload from my computer. You can see I've got a video over here. There's no audio on this video, just by default because it's a sign language video, but these are the controls over here to press and play the video. I mean, play and stop the video, sorry. You also then, if you click on these three dots, have download capability for this video, which is really great for students. Obviously, they are going to be needing to download this video. The other thing I want to show you, if I just edit this, this is how the video would embed if you followed the steps to upload the video, which I obviously didn't carry through. You are also able to adjust the size of your video. So you can see those four squares. I can drag it bigger or smaller, and that would then change how big the video would display on my side once I'm done. So I'm just saving this to go back to the window. Hopefully it will process. There we go. So this is the My Computer way. You can get downloads, no captions, unfortunately, but it's as simple as uploading from your computer. Are there any questions before I go on to the next tool?
Noted this one in the chat. I have answered it, but I thought maybe you can address it just to confirm as well. The question is there some sort of master switch to make all of a unit visible? And essentially what I said was the switch, the visibility switch allows what's visible for students. But even if the switch is off being like invisible, if I could call it that, it will be visible by you, the person
Yes,
managing the sandbox or the unit.
that's correct.
Okay.
The other thing, thank you, Saadiq, for that. I hope that answered that person's question. The other thing is you can insert multiple videos on one page, like I said, and you can also add text in and around if you wanted to. So your inserting of a video doesn't have to just be a video on a page. There can be lots of stuff on the page. It's dependent on you. So that's upload from my computer. I know it's a lot of information to take in. This recording or this webinar is being recorded, so you can always go back and review it at some point. But like I said, you will have to practice these tools to get the hang of it at some point. Then the next way I'm going to show you is upload via video note. So that is almost similar to uploading from my computer. It would just be recording, uploading a video from your computer, but via video note. So if I go back to my unit over here, and I'm just saying for argument's sake, I am creating a unit because I've never created a unit and I need to upload via video note. I would type in here, upload via video note, or whatever you want to call it. Once again, you can add a due date, add text here before you insert your video, whatever the case may be. We would go to our insert stuff icon, because that's where everything is, and we would select add video note. Okay, so once we've selected add video note, we then go to upload file. Okay, not record webcam video, upload file. I will say that this currently has a size limit of 1 gig for uploading, but as Brightspace is evolving, I'm not sure if that is a standard limit, or maybe we'll be lucky to get some more. But over here, you can see the formats of the files that you can upload. I would say just stick to MP4 if you have, most people have MP4. But once you click choose file, you would then choose the file on your PC again, open it, and then you select next. Okay, so once you select next, once again, I'm not going to select next because it takes a while to process, or let's see, maybe it won't take too long. While I click next, the video will process, and then another a window would pop up, which would allow you to fill in fields of a video title and a description. Like for the ad from my computer, this would be the display that you would get. So I would just add whatever my video is called, and then the audio language. So I'm going to choose South Africa. For some reason today, the captions weren't showing, but they do work. I've tested this out before. So maybe it's just a glitch today, but you'd select the audio language and then you'd select automatically generate captions from audio. Okay. And then once you've done that, you'd select next. And it says your media file is currently being processed, but you're able to insert it in the meantime, even though it says that. And then remember my visibility over here at the bottom. You can do it in this window to change your visibility. Or if I save and close and I go back to the original unit space, you can also then switch stuff on and off over here. But you can see it processed quite quickly. This is the video. If you click on this gear over here, you get download options. You should also get caption options over here. It would say captions, and if you click captions, it would say ZA, and the captions would play over the video. But here are your playback controls. You can make your screen bigger and control the volume. And then, like I said, the same thing applies in terms of making the video bigger. If you wanted to, you could have sized that in the previous window to make it bigger, or you could just go back to edit if you forgot and resize. Okay, this one doesn't want to resize. Sorry. Okay, this one doesn't want to resize, but you can resize for, I think, the previous one which I showed you, which was my computer. Let me just go back. Okay, so this is upload via video note. Are there any questions at this point?
Yes, Laura, there are a few. I've answered a few of them. There's just one that I thought we could chat to. Chris asked, will it be easily possible to import existing OpenCast Vula videos, or will we need to upload the original MP4s from our PCs? Okay.
So for now, Brightspace, because Brightspace is not all the way up and running, if I'm sure at the point that you are going to have your courses up and running, that you'll just be able to easily migrate your existing content over into Brightspace. But if not, then the tool to do it would be through uploading from my computer or uploading via video note, which would then mean that you would need to have the video on your PC to upload to Brightspace. Does that answer the question?
Yes. Laura, it kind of answers it. Just to comment, you know, I know, having done lecture videos for 3 years, that I've got just under 3 terabytes of videos in OpenCast. Yeah. I don't have a computer that has more than 20 yes. gig free. So, you know, and I'm particularly thinking for my colleagues who are doing the pilot that's starting in a couple of weeks, you know, this is a common problem. And yeah. Yes, download to your computer is fine, but if you've got to download one, upload to Brightspace, delete, you know, then the process becomes very, very
tiresome.
Yes. I was trying not to use that word.
Yeah. It's an accurate word though. I think we are working on a migration method.
Is that the suggestion was that you're going to kind of migrate everything and then have to clean it up. That was in one of the other sessions. So being able to, you know, upload directly from an existing website or your Vula lecture videos page or something would be, I think, quite important, particularly looking for next year. Maybe not as important in the short term, but as we start
Yes.
to roll it out, it's going to become more and more important.
Absolutely. Like I said, the learning technologies team, they are working a lot behind the scenes to get that migration process up and running. Because like you said, you are one of many academics who have a ton of videos, and we cannot expect you to manually upload each individual video. It would be impossible and it would take you forever. So hopefully the migration process will be online soon, for you to just move those videos from your existing OpenCast and Vula over to Brightspace. And then we'd have another webinar to show you how to do that. But I would say that the upload video or upload via video note or my computer, that would be for any new recordings that you're making, or are going to be making in the future, not for existing OpenCast videos, if that makes sense. In the meantime, if you do need it, then this is the way to do it until the migration process is fully functional. I hope that is a better answer.
Yeah, no, that's perfect for now. Thanks.
Okay.
Cool.
And then we'll notify you when that webinar comes online, for us to do so.
Laura, just another question. It was regarding the self-generated captions. They're not always accurate, and I know we've seen it with maths and we've seen it with engineering. But just to confirm with you that in future there will be access to guys like Way with Words that will do more accurate captions as well.
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct. But the captions, unfortunately, for video notes, so the big difference between, like I said, my computer is that you don't get captions currently.
Yeah.
But with upload via video note, you do get captions. But the only thing is that we are still working on the ability to edit the captions. So right now, to automatically generate, but you won't be able to edit the captions, unfortunately. So just be patient in that regard for the time being. Then the third way, if there's no further questions on this, is also under video note, but recording via video note. So before I explain recording via video note, there are a few things that I need to tell you about it. So recording via video note is a single camera recording. So that means that, like I'm speaking to you on Zoom, my camera just happens to be off, but if my camera is on, that is all you would see. You unfortunately cannot share your screen through recording via video note. So you just see the person speaking to camera. And I know people are, as I'm saying that, they are like, how are we going to record our lectures or whatever the case is? The recording via video note tool, or the reason why I'm going to speak to this is, I would say mostly for if you need to make quick videos. So if you are needing to make an announcement in your course, or you need to give instructions to the students, that is how you would do it through recording via video note. The reason being is, besides a single camera recording or that you see of your face, is that the video cannot be edited, and there is a 30-minute limit on the videos. So it's not something that you would want to use for recording your coursework. There is the normal way of recording a narrated PowerPoint and then uploading that through my computer or video note. You can do that so that you can share your screen. Or there is another way that we will be teaching, not in today's webinar because it doesn't fall under insert stuff, where you can also then upload a presentation that you've created, and that way you can edit the video as well. And then, like I said, the LT team are working on getting OpenCast up and running so that we can record easily through there. So this is not for your coursework, your PowerPoints. It's just for a quick, I need to give an announcement to my class, or answering a question in a forum. That is what recording via video note would be. Besides the 30-minute limit, there is no countdown. So once you press the start button and stop, that's exactly what you would get, that video, and you wouldn't be able to edit it. So if I go back to my unit to just show you that, I would just create new quickly and show you a test. Fill in my fields and go to insert stuff. Then when I click on add video note, it automatically shows you record webcam video. So now you can see me, I am looking at my camera or my screen instead of my camera. So that's the other thing we need to remember when we are speaking to an audience. We need to speak directly to them by looking at the webcam and not at our screen. But once I click recording or click new recording, the recording starts. I'll say, hi everyone, my name is Laura. We are currently in today's Brightspace webinar. And then once I stop the recording, that is the video that we'd get. Okay, so there we go. We've got our 30-minute limit. My video was 11 seconds. And so once I click next, the video would then process. Hopefully it's not going to take that long. There we go. The same window popped up like you saw previously in add via video note, which was uploading a video. Sorry, I should say uploading via video note. I'm just going to fill it in and choose my language and automatically generate my captions. Description, that is for you to decide if you need that. And once I click next, the same thing happens. It says the video is being processed, but it processes pretty quickly. And I would then insert and make sure my visibility is on. And then if I save and close, it should take me back to that video. Okay. It's still processing. So I'll show you this one that I recorded earlier today. But same principle, your play, volume controls, making your screen bigger. And then if you click on that, there we go. This is what we've been wanting to show you the entire time. The captions, as you can see, it currently says off. If I clicked on it and clicked on default, it should, there we go. So as you can see, it's not that accurate right now because of my accent maybe, but there are some captions available for you. And then you're also able to download the video, or students will be able to download this video, I should say, because you've recorded it. But if you want it on your records to save on your PC, you can do that as well. So that is recording via video note. Are there any questions in the chat, or anyone want to unmute themselves and ask a question?
Seems okay for now, Laura. The only question was from Gail. Are there any way to edit the video the recordings in video note? Unfortunately, not this stage, eh?
Yes. So for video note, recording via video note, there is no way to edit the video that you've recorded. But like I said, there is a different tool that we'll be teaching in the future, which allows you to not only edit your videos that you make, but you can also generate chaptering and captions, and you can edit the captions. And so that one might be a lot more useful for people that have videos that they want to upload if they've recorded it somewhere else, or if they've recorded it in Brightspace. So yeah, unfortunately, that's not for today's webinar, but record video note. I think the key thing, if you're going to use it for your announcements or instructions or answering forums, it would be to know exactly what you want to say in the video, because for the time being, because there is no editing capability, if you make a mistake, you'd have to then either scrap that video and re-record it, or just live with the mistake that you made in the video, if it's not too major. So that is recording via video note. I'm going to move on to the last one, which is insert link. And that is basically to insert a YouTube video or a Vimeo video or any URL that you want to embed into your course. So I've got one over here that I'm going to show you. Actually, let me just go back to my unit. Just for the sake of keeping everything clean and on its own page, which you don't have to do. You can edit the existing pages that you've made if you wanted to. But to do that, I would go to insert stuff and then insert link. I know it seems crazy. Why am I going to insert link and not YouTube? But the way to do it is insert link. And then I would just pop over here to get my URL. And it's as simple as pasting that URL in and clicking next. Okay. And then once you click next, this is the thumbnail of the video that is going to embed. I would click insert, sorry, and my video is, I would just switch my visibility on and save and close. It's processing. And there we have our YouTube video. And obviously I will have YouTube playback controls because it's a YouTube video. So if you embedded a Vimeo video, you would have Vimeo playback controls. So hopefully this one is fairly straightforward to remember. It's just as simple as pasting the URL into your side on insert stuff and then inserting the video. Any questions on this one? No questions.
Yeah, there's one. So there's a question, can we embed other than YouTube and Vimeo? Yeah.
Okay. So far, I have only honestly tested out a YouTube and Vimeo, but I'm pretty sure you should be able to embed a link from a link for a video from a different website. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah.
As long as it's video based.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and come back to Zoom. I've showed the 4 ways. I thought maybe we can just have some questions, or if you want me to show anything again, I'm happy to do that. This is the space for us to talk through any queries that anyone may have. So there are 4 different tools for 4 different reasons, but hopefully there is a specific purpose that you can use it for your coursework, depending on what you need. I think insert link is kind of universal for inserting YouTube or Vimeo, whatever video link you need to include. Most people will use that regardless because we all have access to those platforms. Recording via video note is really dependent on if you want to use the tool to record announcements or answers to questions in forums, etc. Some people might not venture into that at all, but then uploading from video note or uploading from my computer, I think a lot of people would use that. It's just about deciding which one you want to use, and just keep in mind that uploading from video note, there is no uploading from my computer, has no captions. But if you upload through video note, there are captions available. So maybe the better way for now is then to use uploading via video note, because there are captions available. It's really about the preference, your preference as an academic. But the great thing is that regardless of what tool you use to upload, there is download functionality for all the tools, which is very important for people to be able to download, or students to be able to download the videos and watch them offline, asynchronously. Any questions, or anybody have any concerns? Want me to do anything again? It's very quiet. I know I went through everything a bit fast. Chris, yes, I'll ask you to go first, and then Renee, you can go next. You're welcome to switch your camera on if you want. If not, that's also fine.
Thanks, Laura. Thanks for this. The question I was going to ask is potentially one a little bit left field, but it's nominally we've got 0 rating on stuff that's hosted on Vula. And one of the questions was, will we be able to continue 0 rating with Brightspace? And the answer has been, yes, we will, provided the Disaster Management Act allows us to do that. Everything we're seeing today is now quite different. It's hosted elsewhere. It's YouTube links in a lot of cases. And I mean, we've worked for years. Don't use YouTube because it's not 0 rated. To what extent are we going to have an open cost similar hosting service so that we can ensure that we get 0 rating? I mean, I think we've learned the hard way that we need to be able to ensure this, or at least manage it. Not just at UCT, it's a kind of University South Africa problem.
Thanks, Chris. No, you're quite right. I see Nosipo's also in the room. She's from the Learning Technologies team. So Nosipo, I think if you're available, it would also be great for you to answer some of these questions, because you are working with the platform quite intricately. So if you are able to unmute yourself and answer some of these questions, that would be great. In the meantime, I'm just going to take Renee's question, and then we can hopefully answer both.
Hi. So all the methods I've seen you show us now, it kind of appears to embed the video on the page. So the video's there. Often in Vula, we've chosen not to embed a video on the page, but rather put a link to it, like either a hyperlink or embed there's an option to embed a content link. Is there not anything like that here? You have to go to the video in. Am I making sense?
Yes,
like
no.
Short, and that if they want to watch the video, they would click on it, it would open another screen, sort of stuff, another window.
No, I'm with you. So instead of seeing the thumbnail, you'd have the actual URL link that they click on and it pops up.
Oh,
yes, there is a way to do that. It's called quick link. Let me just see if I can share my screen. The reason why we did insert stuff was that it's just so that you can visibly see the thumbnail.
I'm not saying everyone uses it. I'm just curious if the same option is available.
A second, I think this is quick link. Yes, okay. So if you did insert quick link, I just need to find a video. Media library. Let me see. Okay, so that's a video that I uploaded earlier, this record test, in showing you how to embed. But basically, I just went to click on that video through Quick Link, which is this tool over here. I'm not going to show it all that intimately,
No, that's fine.
But because we are doing insert stuff today, but there is this, and then it would embed as this link.
As a link to the video.
Save and close. Let me just close here. If I clicked on it, it would open up
so it does
in a different, and that's the video you saw me recording earlier.
Okay. So there is a way to have the videos stored on Brightspace and linked to out. Yeah. Great.
There is a way.
Okay, good to know.
No
Thank
problem. I'm just trying to see how to open my Brightspace again. Not my Brightspace, my Zoom. I can't get back into Zoom for some reason.
I
think
think
it's
your
because I
best bet would be to
stop sharing.
yeah.
Yes. Nosipo, are you available? Nosipo doesn't seem to be available. So Chris, your question was in terms of zero rating and then using a lot of YouTube, or we are promoting to include YouTube content or any other external links. There is OpenCast is supposed to be integrated. Like I said, we are still working on it. So there should be some or a lot of zero rated functionality on the Brightspace platform in the near future. But the other thing is that if you are someone who doesn't want to use YouTube, then you're welcome to not use YouTube. It's just that we are showing the tools, obviously, to if you need to include this at some point, then there is a way to do so. But OpenCast should be online soon, and then you should be able to record your videos through OpenCast Studio as you did in Vula. So it's not all that different. It's just about getting the technology online and integrated into the platform. And that is why I said the recording through Video Note would then be for quick videos and announcements, because you can't edit them. And hopefully we'll have OpenCast, and then you can record as you normally did, edit your videos, or re-record and then just upload them to the platform through OpenCast. I hope that is helpful. Cool. Any other questions? Any concerns? Anything you don't like about Brightspace? You're not going to offend me. You're more than welcome. If there's something that I've gone through and you feel like, is there a way of improving it or something that we can change? I can't actually give you the answer for that, but I can always revert it back to the Learning Technologies team and say this is a concern that I've had in a webinar. You're also welcome to share that in the space. I know it is 11:45. This webinar is till 11, so we've got 15 minutes. If there aren't questions, we can also wrap up early and everyone can get a little break to have a cup of coffee or tea before the next meeting. I hear silence, so I'm hoping the silence means good things, or does that mean I'm overwhelmed? This is a lot that you've taught me. Any comments? No, we, like Saadiq and I, are really, we open to anything. We are not scared. If you say, I don't like Brightspace, that's also cool. Hopefully we can get everyone comfortable at some point. But I know there's a lot of stress around using a new learning management system, especially because people are so used to Vula. But hopefully you will, once you practice, it will become easier, and the interface for me, I find the interface easier to use as opposed to Vula. It's a lot cleaner and neater to find and navigate things. It's just about remembering where to do the certain things that you need to do. I see Imra says it definitely was a lot, but you've explained everything well. Thank you so much. I'm glad that I wasn't waffling and that it was clear with the tools that I was trying to teach. Sheila said, very manageable, just need to go and play a bit. Yeah. So this is not the end of the webinars. I'm sure there's going to be quite a few more webinars coming up in this pilot process. I would encourage you to check the SALT events emails that come out daily, if not weekly, for the webinars on Brightspace. Sign up to as many as you can, because there is a lot to learn. It's not just Saadiq and I presenting. There's some useful webinars from the learning technologies and the learning designers as well. And you kind of need to go to all of them to get the full picture and the full functionality of Brightspace. And then go and play around with your own courses in your own sandbox. But we are available for any questions or queries or help that you need. I'm going to put our email address in the chat, where you can email us directly. We can set up MS Teams sessions on helping you through navigating Brightspace if need be, through that email address. But like I said, join as many webinars as you can. Today's webinar will also be online, and I think they do distribute the link as soon as the webinars are done and it's uploaded to YouTube, so that you can go back and watch today's session as a refresher to get you through all the tools that I taught today. So I don't see any more questions, so I'm going to take it that we're going to wrap up 10 minutes early and everyone can get 10 minutes back of the day. But thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that this was useful, and I hope that you have many great learning experiences on Brightspace, not just uploading your courses and creating your courses, but also in teaching your students, that they will also find it useful as well. And other than that, I'm going to call it a day, and then we will see you soon in the next webinar at some point.